Please stand for the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to be played on the national instrument by Anela Sicharan and Joshua Regrello. And we'll be
heads. Almighty God, we thank you for the gift of life. As we come today together as a body of representatives of Carnival in the city of San Fernando, we ask you to bless and guide us today at today's proceedings as we come to celebrate the winnings of all masqueraders for the 2014 Carnival season. Let us do it in a spirit of oneness to your glory, recognizing the contributions and the creativities of all our stakeholders in making this year's celebration another great success. We ask for your presence throughout this afternoon as we meet and greet each other on this special occasion. We ask this in no other name and in the name of Jesus, your Son. Amen.
Thank you very much, Anela Sicharan and Joshua Regrello, and thank you, Councillor Philip Montano. We'll now have, you may be seated. We now have the welcome by Councillor Nigam Joseph.
Deputy Mayor and Convener of Carnival, Alderman Regrello, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, Marie Sweet, Councillors, Executive Members of the NCC, Pantrin Bago, TUCO, NCBA, winners, stakeholders, sponsors, media, other distinguished guests. To my Muslim brothers and sisters, Eid Mubarak. To my Afro-Trinbagonian family, happy emancipation. Good evening. 2014, talented San Fernandans won a lot of national competitions. I want to start by saying congratulations to Wade Marjorie, Piola Marchand, St. Paul's Anglican, Pan Elders, Ronaldo London, Brian London, Mr. Shack, Rondell Donovan. All San Fernandans who won national titles. It's been 9 months since I've been elected, and this is the first time I'm giving a welcome, so please forgive me if I not do the normal. I went to a symposium about a month ago, and Minister Douglas said that the government spent $287 million on Carnival. The San Fernando allocation was 1.3. The representative from the Ministry of Culture, that's not even 1% of what the national budget is. So for 2013, I welcome an increase. NCC. At the same symposium, the CEO, Mr. Gayadeen, spoke about carrying Carnival to South Africa and Zimbabwe and training people, 75 people and more in each country. NCC, we welcome more training in San Fernando. We haven't gotten any. We need more training. Carnival Institute of Trinidad and Tobago. I saw an advertisement on the newspaper that you're doing a promotion or a presentation with Emancipation and Carnival. You all in the Carnival Institute of Trinidad and Tobago. We're expecting one of these presentations in San Fernando for City Week. I think NCC Carnival Institute comes under Ministry of Culture. So if you can carry that message to Ronnie Joseph from Carnival Institute, thank you. San Fernando City Corporation and the Carnival Committee. I stand here in admiration for the job that you have done. December 2013, you have paid over $700,000 for the last administration. Now, between junior and senior prize giving, you have paid $1.4 million. The total of that is 2.1, and our allocation was 1.3. So today, San Fernando Carnival Committee, I congratulate you. At the same time, at our junior prize giving, I asked for the San Fernando City Corporation to have a San Fernando Junior Panorama. Reason for this, we have the national winner, St. Paul's Anglican, and we have a junior Calypso and a junior mass. We need junior panorama in San Fernando. I put forward a challenge again for the San Fernando City Corporation. San Fernando is the home of traditional mass, real mass. When you want to see mass, come to San Fernando. Come and you'll see not only the Caliturans, but the Jagassars, the fireworks, all these people. And if you want to see a two-piece and fries, you could go Port of Spain. So I'm asking you all, for 2015, I want to see a San Fernando Traditional Band of the Year competition. Let us keep San Fernando alive. Trinbago, the South Executive. Congratulations on all your success in 2014, from Pan is Beautiful to the National Medium Band Champions. To me, San Fernando have the best competition bands, but I will welcome to see more bands on the street on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. I'm not seeing the Pan on the street Monday and Tuesday. We will welcome any discussion that we can help. Tuco South. We welcome a new competition this year with the South Soca Monarch, and the city gives a lot of thanks for all the assistance you have done. We see that the Tuco South nurture a lot of young Calypsonians, but apparently you all can't keep them for the competition. 2015, I welcome a competition with Mr. Shack, Brian London, Queen Victoria, and Rondell Donovan. The NCBA. I've already asked you all for a national competition in San Fernando. Tuco has Tuco has national semi-finals. Trinbago has single pan band finals. I'm asking again, half the executive is from San Fernando. Your membership is from San Fernando. I'm asking again for a national competition in San Fernando. We welcome that. My dream is for us San Fernandans to stop thinking of Carnival as an event and think of it as an industry. 20 years ago, my mother started sending me to the symposiums, the meetings. And what I saw that 20 years ago, we were quarreling about the route and prize money and the police. All that has changed in 20 years that I'd sit on the opposite side now. We're still quarreling about the same thing. What I would really like to welcome is a new type of discussion, a new type of thinking. Let us sit and speak about the new vision of San Fernando, the way forward, how we could truly market this remarkable event in San Fernando. Ladies and gentlemen, I now welcome you formally to the San Fernando Carnival Committee and the San Fernando City Corporation Prize Giving of 2014. Please relax and enjoy.
Councillor Joseph, for your very comprehensive welcome reflection and thoughts. I am your Junior Regrello, your co-host for this evening's program, and let me introduce the very dapper and beautiful Annette Lessie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And the next in our program, we'll invite the Chairman of South Tuco, Mr. Steve Pascal, to bring greetings.
Yeah, a special good evening to each and everyone. Southerners, how are you doing? This is not Carnival people. How are you doing? Not so good? Don't worry, when the check come, you go. I will sing a different tune. I just want to recognize the convener of San Fernando Carnival 2014, Mr. Junior Regrello, who is also our deputy mayor. I would like to pay recognition to the permanent secretary from the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, Mr. Morris Sweet. Am I correct? Lovely. I'm not seeing my good friend, chairman of Panchenbago South, Michael Scobie. Is he here? Okay. And with all due respect, you know, this is a lady I truly honor and respect, and turning to my left, I saw her and I recognize her. A lady I call Tanti. Could you give a warm welcome to Miss Joan Ewell Williams, please, San Fernando? And that is just my special recognition. To the Vice President of NCBA, my good friend Ainsley Matthews from Benedict's. Make some noise for Benedict's. Councillors of the San Fernando City Corporation, massmen, calypsonians, panmen, specially invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My duty is simply just to bring greetings on behalf of Tuco South Central Zone. First, allow me to congratulate all the winners here this evening, whether you're a panman, whether you're a mass person, whether you're a calypsonian. You know, you did your best. 2014 is not the end of it all. Wherever you're placing, you could continue to do your thing. We would just like to recognize and congratulate the San Fernando Carnival Committee for the challenges that they faced in bringing on a successful Carnival 2014. I will be a hypocrite to say that we were not aware of the financial challenge that they face, and I think you all, Naigon made you all aware of that, right? So, you know, all in all, we had a beautiful Carnival. I want to congratulate them for taking the initiative of introducing a South Monarch. For years, we have felt that, I mean, Port of Spain have the monarch, why Asuka monarch, why South can have Asuka monarch as well. And, you know, this could only grow from strength to strength. You know, as everything else, there'll be little teething problem, there'll be challenges, but they weather the storm and they produce a 2014 Carnival. We want to trust and tell them that we will support, Tuco will support the San Fernando Carnival Committee in all its initiative. And 2015, we hope and trust that it will be a bumper carnival again. We want to tell the massmen, the panmen and the calypsonian that this thing can only work. San Fernando Carnival can only truly come alive if we all combine ourselves in one pool of productivity and aim together. If we don't do it collectively, well then it can't happen. Because remember, this is a team effort. Panmen can't pull so, calypsonian can't pull so, massmen can't pull so. Anytime we pull in so, the devil will have succeeded. We need to control ourselves, control resources, and aim at the same target. That is the only way. So once again, on behalf of Tuco South Central, as well as the National Executive of Tuco, my president, Mr. Lutalo Masemba, you know him as Brother Resistance, we want to congratulate the San Fernando Carnival Committee and thank them for seeing the need to speed up the prize giving. You know, sometimes it have organizations haven't paid their prizes as yet, and you got to know this thing. In closing, what I would like to recommend to them, or really ask them, Mr. Convener, if for 2015 we can get more people in the San Fernando Carnival Monarch, like about 12, we can have it on a separate night, and then we could raise the prizes as well. So, you know, we could treat the San Fernando Carnival Monarch as a real monarch. You are listening? Lovely. So that I'm sorry that you're not up here so that people can identify and the camera can pick you up shaking your head in support of what I just said. Anyway, so that hats off to you guys. And as we say in Kaiso, by Calypso, our stories are told. So long live Kaiso, long live Kaiso, long live Kaiso. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steve Pascal, Chairman of Tuku South Central. We now begin our prize distribution, and we are calling Councillor Laverne to begin this evening's prize distribution ceremony. And we begin as we began on Juve morning. We have the prizes for the male individuals. Prizes of individuals. In third place, from the band The Playboys, are Gone Green, Ramir Brian Hussein. In second place, John Dick Lewis, and I know he's here, the big coking bus in the U.S. Tyrone Nanan, bass back in the saddle. Or a representative. So we go to the Juve couples. And we had only a first place, Coke and juice can from the band The Playboys. And we congratulate Fazuddin Jahoor and Saliza Jahoor. And we go to our Juve King and Queen. King of Juve 2014, David Sammy, a lost mistake boardwalk because of false papers. Well done, David. In this stage of your career, you have false papers. And the Queen of Juve, oh gosh, Kamla, Sia Jackman Dionanan. So we see the Blue Boys representative coming to receive on behalf of. Congratulations.
We're here now, We're here? We're here now? Okay. And we move to the traditional bands. And the third place we have Portrayal All Is Not Green, band The Playboys. Playboys. And in second place, Portrayal Antic in TNT, The Blue Boys. And the winner, Portrayal Breaking News. And I look forward to this band presentation next year with the breaking news. Name of the band, Montano and Friends, first place. And we move to category Earth. And in third place, Portrayal Happiest in Powder. Name of the band, Cool Friends Club. Second place, portrayal Health, Safety and Environment. Name of the band, Shut Up and Wine, from the House of Jackie. And in first place, portrayal Keeping It Green, Body Colors Promotions Limited. And we move to category Modern. And there's a tie for second position. Portrayal Sweet for So. Name of the band, Ballas and Associate. And Nothing Political, the all-inclusive party, Friends of Artillery. And the winner in the modern category, portrayal Jammer's Arabian Dream, Jammer Productions. And we now move to the Juve Morning Steel Band Competition. 9th place, Southern All Stars. 8th, King Row Retro Rhythm. 7th, Tiger Tongues Faisabad 4th Dimension. I think we have a representative from King Row Rhythm. King Row Rhythm. That's a traditional band. 6th place, Union Hall, Southlanders. 5th, Sun City Steel Symphony. Sun City Steel Symphony, 5th place. 4th, Pan Elders. 3rd, Southern Marines. 'And the chairman of receiving from a former member of the band, Councillor Lewin Smith, played pan, made some claim to be a pan player with Southern Marines. I'm not sure, I've never seen her. Mr. Joseph, she actually played? She actually played? Okay. Second position, Old Tech Steel Orchestra. And first place, Skiffle. Thank you, Councillor Smith. I will now invite Councillor Shari Ali to join us on stage.
Or present the prizes for our very first South Soca Monarch competition. So let's hear a round of applause for the introduction of the South Soca Monarch, and we had a lot of fun from the preliminaries through to the finals. In 6th place, here dressed in green and white this evening, Godfrey Benjamin, Royal Benji, Scandem. fifth, Morris Edwards, Brother Mark. Sucker Bag was his calypso. In fourth place, McKevin Foster. His composition was Madness, and he also gets a special prize for placing first in the preliminaries. Where is Foster? Our second runner-up, third place winner, Clint Davis, Baby Blue, The Return of Super. Our first runner-up, Trisha Hamilton. Her composition, Leave Me.
Come along, my darling. This party hard.
And our first South Soca Monarch, Wayne Modest, Impulse. Band winner.
This party can't done.
Bring him later on this evening. Our first South Soca Monarch. You could do much better than that. Yes. As I always say, Mr. Torrance Mom is saying that's one thing we don't have to buy. It's free. So give it up.
A little romance. Don't stop this party. We're drinking and dancing.
And we continue with our South Calypso Monarch winners for 2014. In ninth position, singing 61 Billion, Brother Mark, McForrest Edwards. In eighth place, Lystra Nurse, Lady Lystra. Her composition, Use the Key. We had a tie for sixth place, Tamika Darius, The Upholder, and Terry Marcel. Oh, Tamika's mommy is here. Terry Marcel Di Masso, his composition, Live for Life. So we have, that's for Tamika Darius, who sang The Upholder, and this is Di Masso, Live for Life. In fifth position, Cherise Collimo. Her composition, Man's Evolution. Peter Edwards, Uprising. He sang Rainbow Country. Our second runner-up, Joanne Foster, Brand New Audience. Runner-up, Victoria Cooper, Queen Victoria. Her composition, Political Love Affair. And the South Calypso Monarch 2014, Awi Boy, Rondell Donovan. His composition, Yes We Can.
She said to me in the eye, baby, you got something hard. I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. Every time they jam, I feel it. There's something in your pocket.
We now move to the Thank you, Councillor Ali. And we'll ask the PS, Mr. Morrissey, to join us on stage, please. Let's recognize the PS in the Ministry of Multiculturalism. You know, his job is a very difficult job. He is getting in a lot of trouble these days, and we have a good one with us this evening. And moving to the 13th place in the Queen of the Bands, portrayal Freedom on the Wings of Gold from the band Flight and Fantasy, Veronica Chalmaine. Chalmaine. We now move to 12th position with Jacqueline Taylor, portrayal the goddess over the Emperor's Kingdom from the band Just Illusion Mass Band.
It's not me who whining, it's the rhythm totally in control. We're not tripping.
Next portrayal Sisike, daughter of the sun god from the band House of White Cloud, Wendy Ram-Logan.
You cannot buy it from a store. Got to come from inside of you. Just stick it down and you go find that new meaning. So when
Next portrayal Black Shawl from the band Cheyenne War Council, Nisha Saifu.
rhythm in my waist, that got me whining. So if the vibes in the place, that have me jamming. So it's the rhythm in my waist, that got me whining. So if the vibes in the place, and that's why everyone needs to break away needs, to jam on their knees, to play a mass in the carnival needs, a breakaway.
Portrayal Madame Bacchanal from the band Sword and Associates, Olivia Brown.
When I'm grooving, it's not me who falling, it's because I drink too much alcohol. Well, this kind of feeling, it don't happen every day. It's a special time of year. Like when
Portrayal Kuchina Spirit Dancer, band Zainul Mohammed,
masqueraders ready,
Adriana Mohammed.
body, don't watch me, yeah, but don't blame me, it's nothing. It's the rhythm in my waist, that got me whining. So it's the vibes in the place.
Next portrayal Mesembri and Antimum from the band Tribal Fantasy, Michelle George.
Everyone needs to break away needs, to jam on their knees.
Next portrayal Beauty Beneath the Ocean from the band Fireworks Promotions, Joan Mohammed.
On their knees, to play a mass. Na, 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 na. Watch me
Representing Joan Mohammed is representative of the band.
Aye, na, 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 na. Watch me whine. Na, 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 na. Well, this kind of feeling, it don't happen every day.
Portrayal Giant Swallowtail Exotica from the band Panmas Traditions,
That's when my
Janice Linda Richards.
hold on to somebody. Don't watch me, yeah, but don't blame me. It's nothing. It's the rhythm in my way, the vibes in the place, and that's why everyone needs to break away needs, to jam on their knees.
Next portrayal Atitra, the Totem Storyteller from the band Lionel Jagason Associates, Karina Badal. Next portrayal the African Drum Dancer from the band Ivan Kalicharan, Beats. And let me just stall someone. I think this is the second runner-up, and this is Laura Rampasad. And the first runner-up is Indira Mother India from the band Jennings, Mass and Associates, Miss Denisa Jennings. And the Queen of the Bands 2014 from the band We Beat Pan Music, Ivan Kalicharan, Miss Gloria Dal Singh. Real stalwarts of San Fernando, holding San Fernando in the art form up for years. We need to commend Gloria for her contribution and dedication to this art form. Since I had here, Gloria playing Queen of the Bands.
She put it on me. It's just so she roll it back. She put it on me. Yes. My girl is somewhere out. I don't want to run no road. Would you just wind down low so she will never find out? Come, let me take a wine on the down. Let me take a wine. Girl, come, let me take a wine on the down.
And thank you, Mr. Sweet.
Come, girl, go down.
And before I introduce my co-host come back, let me inform you all that we have refreshments, we have drinks, all different levels, spirit as well. We have some spirit tonight, entertainment. So we'll be in for the long haul. Relax, please don't leave.
I end up in this party the other night. Sweet soca music pumping, the vibes it's so nice. I start to feel so thirsty. End up by the bar. This woman by the counter sat up.
And we invite Mrs. Junior Williams to present the prizes to the kings of the band, Carnival 2014, here in San Fernando.
Would you just wind down low so she will never find out? Come, let me take a wine on the down.
In 12th position, Kenroy Wilkinson, War Cloud 1843, from the band Chavan War Council.
Let me take a wine on the down. Let me take a wine. Girl, come, let me take a wine on the down. Let me take a wine. Come, girl,
In 11th place, Hubert Gibson, Chief Crazy Horse 1843, from the same band, Chavan War Council.
What about next man under? Well, the girl is not Stevie Wonder, so I went with your best friend Wonder.
In 10th place,
Let me just bust our next hit.
Swanee Taylor, the Emperor, from the band Just Illusion Mass Band.
Just like a normal man.
Swain Taylor.
I am the open for your man to see.
John Phillip,
I want the
tribute to Lillian,
time I want
from the band Sword and Associates.
for your man to see. Girl, I fed up on the light. Fed up on the lights. When your man come around, you want me wine to the side.
In 8th place, Carl Samlal,
I'm a wine that love in the
portrayal The Great Net of Life, from the band Defiance Carnival Band.
I want to be the man in your house. I'm not the corner man. I want to take you out. Just like a normal man. Tonight and at night. I am the open.
Joel John is in 7th place. Paradisia Apoda, from the band Ligol and Friends. In 6th place, John Paul, The Destructive Locust, from the band Flight and Fantasy. And we had a host of them some time ago in one of our rural areas, those destructive locusts. In 5th place, Jerome Mohammed, Wakantanka Metzman, Zainul Mohammed's Carnival Band. Madiba, Father of Africa, from the band Jennings Mass and Associates. Our second runner-up, 3rd place, Zainul Mohammed, Madiba, the Heart of a Warrior, played by Zainul Mohammed, band A Cultural Explosion. Lionel Jagasa Jr., Sosan Dowa, God of the Hunt and Protector of the Native, from the band by Lionel Jagasa and Associates. King of the Bands 2014 from the band Beats by Ivan Klicheran. Sweet Soca and Chutney, portrayed by Marlon Rampasad. Our Carnival King, Marlon Rampasad. Sweet Soca and Chutney.
Nothing wrong with a stranger. Whining on a stranger. Charming on a stranger. Nothing wrong with a stranger. Whining on a stranger. Charming on a stranger. Show back and push. Roll back and push. Back, back and push. Hey. Show back and push. Roll back and push. Back, back and push.
Thank you very much, Mrs. June U. Williams. Let's hear a lovely round of applause for all our kings and the queens. Hoping to see many more of them next 2015 Carnival. We welcome the new people, and of course, it's always nice to have the old ones with us. Not old, but those who are here with us, who have been here with us for many, 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 many years. So now we'll invite our South Calypso monarch, Rondell Donovan, to entertain us. Let's welcome our monarch.
Good evening. Nice. So I'm going to perform for you. Yes, we can. If you all know it, you all can sing along. Reaching out to the youths of my nation. As a young man of this nation, I came from humble parentage. My mother toiled as a single parent, and only good advice she gave. She told me life may be a little tough, but don't allow despair. Keep focused on a positive goal, and you sure to get up there. So I'm speaking to the youths of my nation. The same applies to you. Whatever I have achieved in life, I'm sure you can do it too. Come follow me, please follow me. I'm speaking to the youths of TNT. Hold my hand, please understand. There is hope for you in this blessed land. There are opportunities out there. Please try and embrace it. From sports to culture, or even academics. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Make a positive contribution. Youths of TNT, I beg you, come follow me. Follow me. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too much potential, too much to waste. Admire folks like Lara, Crawford, Kishon, Wendy, Penny, who represented our country and won universally. Always resent the negatives, it would make your life a failure. Just follow the positive and your future would be much brighter. So if you would heed what I plead, I am sure that you would succeed, becoming a bright future and being an exemplar. So follow me, please follow me. You know the chorus, right? I'm speaking to the youths of TNT. Oh, hold my hand, please understand. There is hope for you in this blessed land. There are opportunities out there. Please try and embrace it. From sports to culture, or even academics. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Conjure some ambition. Youths of TNT, I beg you, I beg you, I beg you, I beg you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa. All right. I'm not trying to be boastful. This I would never do. I have made myself an example that I hope would inspire you. Remember, we are the future, and this we must entrust. We must all explore our talents that God has bestowed on us. So if you would use diligence and listen to my humble plea, one day we would all be shining stars, uplifting TNT. So follow me, I beg you, please follow me. I'm speaking to the youths of TNT. Oh, hold my hand, please understand. There is hope for you in this blessed land. Yes, Niger. There are opportunities out there. Please try and embrace it. From sports to culture, or even academics. Let me see your hands. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Make a positive contribution. Youths of TNT, I beg you. Thank you.
Now let's give our Calypso monarch a lusty round of applause. Yes. And we know him, we've seen him grow up right in front of all our eyes. All these masked men on this side know him there. And all you know him, all my friends, they only know him growing up. Yeah. Our own little baby grown up into a very successful entertainer and career. So, and we see Trisha is here, so we'll be calling her up a little later. But right now we like Mr. Michael Scobie Joseph, President of Pan Tobago South Central, to bring greetings from the Steel Pan fraternity. Mr. Joseph.
Mr. Convener and Deputy Mayor of the San Fernando City Corporation, Mr. Junior Regrello. I want to recognize the new PS, Mr. Morris Sweet of Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, all the councillors of the San Fernando City Corporation, and our past patron, Ms. Joan Yule Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, good night. I was asked to bring greetings on behalf of the steel band men in the South Central region, South San Fernando area, Pan Tobago. And we have so much grievance that I really want to get into it, you know. I would want to just thank the council for, at this point in time, bringing about this prize-giving ceremony and hoping that soon the pan men would get the monies that they've been waiting for so long, you know. But there are certain things that I must say if I must represent my constituency properly, right? The steel band men having to wait all this length of time for the little money is a sort of, I don't want to say disrespect, it's too harsh a word, but I don't think it's good at all for us, because at the end of the day, the prize, money is no value. The value, because you have all the, you know, all your service provider to pay. You have pan people in the yard who've been depending on this little money. and having to wait so long and not getting it. We have a number of grievances that must be addressed. We have a problem with the Carnival, our involvement as steel band people with the Carnival in San Fernando. The Carnival in San Fernando have steel band men wondering if pan is really the national instrument and if we are part of the whole thing. Because, take for instance my band, I'll speak about my band, Southern Marines. We come from Marabella. We practice hard night after night in the yard in preparation to take part in the Carnival in San Fernando. We would play music from our yard in Marabella straight into San Fernando. That's a tradition. I born and meet that. And when we come in San Fernando, we can't play a note until we reach in front of the judges. This year, 2014, was the worst. Both Monday morning, Monday night and Tuesday. And we, the pan people, are wondering why we getting ourselves involved in this thing. Because you have Monday night, we went to Chaguanas and we hustled back to be part of the thing in San Fernando, reach on the coffee by standards just after 9. And didn't reach the judges until after 1. After the competition, when I got the judges' score sheet, one judge say lackluster performance, and I was damn bloody vexed with him. But after reason prevailed, I come to realize that the man right. My members were sleeping, and when we reach in front of the judge, we wake them up to play, so they have no spirit. And we are wondering if we should be practicing in our yard night after night to be part of the Carnival and then come in San Fernando and park aside to look at DJ trucks. And that has been going on year after year for the past 3-4 years. And I think this is very insulting. We are trying to engage the convener and the police to find a route for the steel pan and a route for the DJ. We cannot coexist in the same environment. It's not necessary. It don't make sense. So we are hoping that come 2015, we resolve this problem. We cannot be on the same road with the DJ trucks and pan. And the DJ is so bloody disrespectful that when they reach up on you, they're announcing, they have a bass going boom, 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 and they're announcing, let us respect the steel band, the national instrument, all that drowning you out, you know. But they see it as something good they're doing. I see Monday night too, we have the pan elders, the only band that brought some glory to steel bands in South. They won the medium category. As champion bands, they were passing me on the coffee, and I told my players, stop and let the champion bands pass in peace. And less than 100 yards from me, a DJ blasted them out of existence. And I asked him, who is this DJ representing? What did he win? So I'm saying that we have some grievances. And if I come here and don't express them, I would not be doing justice to the people I represent. I also want to say a little thing to the new permanent secretary in the Ministry of Arts and Culture, Multiculturalism. I'm not attacking you, sir, because I know you just come and you don't understand what's happening as yet. Over the years, must be about 15 years or more, we have steel bands who, around this time, the August time, have been running things we call pan camp, where we have a number of youths come into the pan yard and we try to teach them a number of skills, including learning to read the music, learning to play the instrument. In our case, in our yard, they learn some pan construction. We have been doing this voluntarily, but after a period of time, we had the goodly Miss Joan Yule Williams recognizing the value of this thing, and she started to support the pan camps. Pan camps started to open all over Trinidad and Tobago. Suddenly, for the past 3 years, it started to go down the drain. Yeah, before I remember writing, and asking for some assistance, I was told that we're not supporting Pan Camp no more, we're supporting Cultural Camp. But we continue in spite of, and I see this year where the powers that be selected 2 bands in the South Central region, one from Cuba and one from San Fernando, and they have Erolins, Leston Paul, and the other guy, the Rasta with the long hair, and they're teaching music in the yard, paid by the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism. Now, I'm saying that I'm not against these people. They are musicians, and they have something to teach to the young people in the Panyard. But where were they all these years? Have they ever volunteered to do anything for steel band men? No, they have not. I am not saying, too, that debarred them from being employed now to impart their skills. But what has happened to all the people who have been sacrificing over the years to maintain these band camps? Nothing for them. And we have tutors to pay. We have a number of incidentals that we must satisfy. And the steel band men don't have the resources. So we depend on the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism to support these things. I don't know if Ms. Joan Yule will spoil us. You know? But over the years, we have come to depend. And let me talk about this dependency thing too. Sorry, I'm taking up some of the time, madam. Let me talk about this dependency thing. They tell you about Panch and Bago every year, only going to the government, cap in hand, cap in hand, cap in hand. That's stupid talk. There is no cultural entity or sporting entity, any part of the world that don't depend on the corporate and the governmental funding for their survival. No part of the world. And if we go to the government for funding, remember, it's the only entity in Trinidad and Tobago where the government invests $1 and get back $30 on $1. The government make billions of dollars from the Carnival time because of steel band, calypso and mass. And if they would give back 10%, the steel band, calypso and mass would be fairly all right. Let me take up the whole night. This is not my show. Thank you. I wish the council good graces in the future. Thanks very much.
Mr. Joseph and Mr. Joseph speak on behalf of all the steel bands in San Fernando. One can sense his passion and feel his pain. And I'm glad the PS is here and he will convey the necessary people as we move along. Sometimes you need people to say what you want to say. Thank you, Scooby. We now move to the individual category, and I'll invite Councillor Montano on stage to assist. Individuals in categories Juve, Parade of the Bands, Monday, Creative Topical. In the 3rd position, Portrayal Emperor's Queen from the band Just Illusion, Shauna Taylor. Portrayal Emperor's Guard from the band Just Illusion, Kalisha Dan Clay. And the winner, Portrayal Suri Goddess of the Sun from the band Defiance Carnival Band, Delicia Graham. Better known as Ashley. Original Authentic Indians, 3rd position, Napag Shini, Courageous and Strong from the band The Nation's People, masquerader Christopher Smith. position, Makia Eagle Hunter from the band The Nation's People, masquerader Michael O'Brien. Portrayal One Tanka from the band The Nation's People, and the winner in this category, Keith Stilling. Category Fancy Indian, third position, Lincoln Boodoo. That's all I have. Second position, Herman Rampasad, Nakuma Spirit Warrior from the band Lionel Jagger, Smoke Signal. And the winner, Fareed Rafik. We now move to Fancy Sailor, third position, portrayal Wings of Peace, Panma's Tradition, masquerader Glendon Gittins. Second position, portrayal Crime Fighters, Flight Pass, Panma's Tradition, Clinton Gittins. And the winner, Fire on Top, Panma's Tradition, Mr. Alvin Maynard. Category Traditional Robbers, third place, King of the Midnight Robber, Harold Brathwaite. Second, the Unconquerable King Calabar, Ali Rahman. And the winner, Midnight Robber, the Avenger, Ivan Rees. And we need to acknowledge these individuals because they are keeping the art form alive.
Thank you very much, Councillor Montano. We now invite Mr. Maurice Sweet, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, to deliver some remarks. Let's welcome Mr. Sweet. Welcome him to San Fernando Carnival. He was in education, you know where I am, and he left and he went to culture, where I am also at.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Junior Regrello, Deputy Mayor and Carnival Convener, Councillors of the San Fernando City Corporation, representatives of the National Carnival Bands Association, representatives of Pan Trinbago, representatives of the San Fernando Carnival Committee, winners of this year's competition, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. First of all, let me apologize for the absence of Dr. the Honorable Lincoln Douglas, Minister of the Arts and Multiculturalism, who would have been here to address you today had he not been out on official overseas business. It gives me great pleasure to bring you greetings here this evening. I will begin by recognizing the outstanding efforts of the San Fernando City Corporation and the San Fernando Carnival Committee for a superb job in planning and successfully executing this year's competition, which ensured that the practitioners of our cultural art form have a platform through which they're able to compete and develop their talents. The Ministry acknowledges the importance of our art forms as they play an integral role in shaping our cultural heritage and identity. Every sphere in the development of our national identity has been given life and meaning through creativity, works of art, and imagination. As such, the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism has developed projects and programs that are specifically designed to develop the creative and artistic dimension of our nation's youth. Recently, we launched the third year of the project titled The Music School in the Community. This is a program that seeks to increase and enhance the knowledge and the capacity of musicians in the area of wind and string instruments and the steel pan. Another project, which will be launched next month, is the Mentoring by the Masters program. This initiative is also geared toward the development of our young talent in our nation. The goal of the Mentoring by Masters program is to facilitate the transfer of knowledge for senior accomplished artists and cultural workers to emerging practitioners or apprentices in their respective fields. In closing, I wish to extend congratulations to all of this year's participants and, of course, eventual winners from each category. I urge you all here this evening that although you may not have emerged as the overall winner, you should persevere and build on your craft. I look forward to working with you all in the future. I urge you to continue promoting and perpetuating the treasured elements of our culture that inspired creativity and contribute to the abundance of artistic expression in our nation. As partners in culture, we at the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism wish the San Fernando City Corporation and the San Fernando Carnival Committee continued success in your endeavors, future endeavors. Thank you, and may God bless our nation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sweet, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism. Thank you very, very much. And I hope these people who spoke before what Scobie said, what everybody said is true, eh? But don't let it frighten you. As a newcomer, just go out there and do what you have to do, especially for San Fernando Carnival. Because Mr. Sweet, and you're from South? Yeah, Sweet from Princess Strong. Strong people like me, you know. I'm a Fritz from Princess Strong, and you know we related, right? So we continue our prize distribution, and we would ask Councillor Nigam Joseph to help us with those presentations. Parade of Bands on Carnival Monday. Small band category. In third place, Zainul Muhammad's Cultural Explosion and Just Illusion, Paradise Within the Emperor's Kingdom. With those band leaders, Zainul and Zwin, I forget his surname, but Zwin, from down south. Swain Taylor, right. Oh, I know you're not Swain. Swain is the younger one. In second place, my boys, Michael Douglas and Alvin Maynard, Pan Mass Traditions, up and away. Here comes Mr. Michael Douglas. And the winner in the small band category, Carnival Monday, Roger Muhammad's production, Tribal Fantasy. Medium bands. In third place, Southern Mass Associates, band leader Michael Ramkasoon, their band, A Native Shindig. In second place, House of Grey Eagle, Gregory Harrison, the band leader. Name of the band, A Woodland Ceremony. And in first place, The Nation's People, leader Michael O'Brien, Stephen Blackman. Their portrayal, The Dream of Watanka, The Revelation. Nation's people, you have to walk like a winner. Our large vans. In third place, Fireworks Promotions, Wayne Hanuman, the leader. Name of the portrayal, Mysteries Beneath. In the second place, our first runner-up, Ivan Kalicharan, Beats. And the winner of the Band of the Day on Monday, Lionel Jagasa and Associates, Smoke Signal. And we know that Council is a mass man, but you will present the steel band prizes for Monday night. Ninth place, Kings Row Retro Rhythm. They played Soca Baptist. In eighth place, Southern Marines, a Steel Foundation. Stay Up Zimbabwe. In seventh place, Union Hall Southlanders. They played Iron Man. Sixth, Panasonic Connection. This Feeling Nice. Fifth, Old Tech. Lucy in the Savannah. Fourth, Golden Hands, Ethel. Since they're in Antigua, I think I'll collect for them. Seem to have affiliations there. In third place, Sun City Steel Symphony. They played both of them. In second place, Skiffle, Caribbean Connection was their choice. And the winners were the winners. Pan Elders, all are we is one family. Come on, you can do better than that. Remember, they are the medium band winners national, and they are our Monday night steel band and everything else, well represented. But no rep here? Nobody from Pan Elders? Nobody want to collect on behalf of Pan Elders? Oh. Thank you very much, Councillor. What is his name? Mr. Matthews. Mr. Ainsley Matthews, would you help us to present some of our other winners with their prizes, please? Representing the NCBA. Monday Night Mass. In third place, Too Bad Promotions, their portrayal, Social Network. In second place, Royalty and Friends, Midnight Cruise. And the winners of 2014 Midnight Mass, the Garage People, Amazonia. And we continue with bands and categories. Creative Topical. In third place, Jennings, Mass and Associates. In second place, Legal and Friends. And of course, we remember Mr. Legal, Rudolph Legal, and his daughters have taken over where he left off due to death. And the winner of the Creative Topical category, Ivan Kalicharan, Beats. Fantasy. The only position in that category goes to Fireworks Promotions. And their production was Mysteries Beneath. Authentic Original Indians. In third place, Jambul Cultural Productions. In second place, House of White Cloud band leader Harry Ramlogan. And the winners in the Authentic Original Indian category, The Nation's People, Michael O'Brien and Stephen Blackman. Military. In first place and only place, the Jammers International, Garnett Henry and Ralph Dyer. So am I finding the red shirt? Fancy Indians. In third place, Roger Muhammad's production. In third place, Lionel Jagasar and Associates. And winner in the Fancy Indian category, Southern Mass Associates. Fancy Sailor. In second place, The Runway Drunken Sailor by Bernard Glaude. And the winner, Panmas Traditions, Michael Douglas and Alvin Maynard. The San Fernando massmen from way back, I didn't want to say centuries. But let's hear it for our mass producers here in the city of San Fernando. You all didn't hear what the representatives talked about, so we have to start with ourselves. At least applaud their endeavors. Mr. Matthews, you will stay on stage to bring greetings from your organization. Why are you scratching his head, sir?
Pleasant good night to everyone. Thank you, Lady Facilitator, Mr. Junior Regello, Coordinator of the San Fernando Carnival Committee, Councillors, Mr. Sweet from the Ministry of Multiculturalism, all courtesies observed. I bring greetings on behalf of the National Carnival Bands Association. I first want to apologize for the absence of the President, who is away on business. I congratulate the San Fernando Carnival Committee for bringing up Carnival 2014, despite all the imbalances and all the problems that they had, financial and otherwise. I want us to give them a round of applause for bringing up the Carnival. We had discussions with them from the beginning, and their story is a sad story in that they inherited a debt of over $700,000, and they had to clear off that debt by paying off the masqueraders for Carnival 2013 and then plan for Carnival 2014. But through their temerity and guidance from above, they were successful, and for that I want to congratulate them. The NCBA in South, I've heard Mr. Nygom's, Joseph's request. He has said so since the Children Carnival presentation. He's asking for a competition in another competition in San Fernando. And I'm glad that the Permanent Secretary is here so that he can understand how Southerners feel. And although he's new in the ministry, I want him to take back the message clearly to the minister that next year we want to be just like Port of Spain. We are no region again. We are a city. We are the city of San Fernando, and we should get another carnival. Treat us as a city. And it's time that we have another carnival competition in San Fernando so that the masqueraders can parade themselves much better. So I wanted to carry back that message to the minister for me, please. The NCBA is an open organization for masqueraders. We argue for masqueraders and we fight for masqueraders. And I'm making a plea for the bands in San Fernando to join the NCBA. Join the NCBA so that we become a stronger force to fight. In everything is a struggle, you know. Only in sports, in live sports, there's no struggle. They get their money easily. But we in San Fernando, we have to struggle. So that I'm calling on the band leaders in San Fernando to join with the NCBA so that we can be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to arguing and to getting a better share of the pie. It was made known about the monies that is spent on Carnival. They make great pronouncements on the amount of money they spend on Carnival. But South gets little or nothing. Little or nothing. And we want to put a stop to that. In that next year, we want to have another competition in San Fernando, and we are going to make claims for better representation, better positioning, and better prices. The prices in San Fernando, we need to increase our prices. Our prize money is too small. Prize money is too small compared to Port of Spain. The oil is in South. So that we need to be taken care of in South. So this will be our war cry. The president of NCBA is siding with me in making a plea to the NCC and to the ministry for better prize money. I hope that 2015 we'll have a much better carnival, a bumper carnival, and I hope that the coordinator will be able to stretch out his hands. I heard the plea from my brother, Panchimbigo, and I want us to work together this year, next year. We must work, we must start a plan. We mustn't wait until 2 weeks before Carnival to meet. We should meet long before that and begin to iron out certain problems we have. Because on the roads and Santana in San Fernando, we have to get rid of him now. He's spoiling the Carnival. He's spoiling the Carnival. We have to get rid of Santana. Because every year is the same thing. 9:30, 10 o'clock, they cut off the Carnival. And we're supposed to enjoy ourselves. There's a proclamation that we have to work with, and we should work with that proclamation, not Santana's proclamation. So, with these few remarks, I want to thank Mr. Regello and the San Fernando Carnival Committee, and hope that 2015 will have a better season. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Matthews. Councillors of the San Fernando City Corporation Carnival Committee, Mr. Sweet from the Ministry of Multiculturalism, former Senator, chairpersons of the various interest groups, masqueraders, pan practitioners, Calypsonians. I will not go into any extended overview on Carnival. I think that they all spoke this evening addressing the issues, the critical issues that are affecting us. But I just want to explain and use this opportunity to have a conversation and explain to you actually what happened And this is my third stint as convener of San Fernando Carnival, and probably my most difficult one. The last time I was here was Carnival of 2007, when the Minister of Culture was the Honorable Joniel Williams. And the contribution from the ministry to San Fernando Carnival in 2007 was $1 million. And that was a big thing in those days. On the 23rd of December 2013, we were informed by the NCC that our allocation for 2014 would be $1.3 million. And in reflection, we discovered that the Carnival Committee, with the last dispensation of 2013, received $3 million. Now, I was happy that they got $3 million, hoping that they would have at least maintained that or increased for 2014. That didn't happen. But when we came into office in November of 2013, what we discovered that $680,000 was still being owed to the masqueraders. And then right in this hall, a meeting held to discuss Carnival 2014, and we were told in no uncertain terms, no money, no Carnival. And I respected that. I understood their situation. So we went to NCC. I held a meeting with the chairperson, Mr. Gayadeen, and Ms. Dumas, and all the others. And they said, well, it is not their fault. $3 million was given to the mayor and the committee of that time. And we went into the expenses and saw what was done. And today I'm still astonished by what happened. And further to that, in addition to the $3 million, they also borrowed $400,000 from the San Fernando City Corporation. So it's 3.4 now. And further to that, they borrowed $80,000 from the San Fernando Carnival Committee to sponsor a green expo in Skinner Park. Now, I'm not supposed to be revealing this kind of information to you, but you need to understand, because your money. It's the first time in the history of Carnival I ever hear anything about the City Corporation borrowing money from the Carnival Committee. That is unheard of. The Carnival Committee usually borrow money and ask and beg for money, but this corporation, or that dispensation of that time, borrowed $80,000 sometime around July of 2013. So it's $3 million plus $400,000 plus $80,000. We have not received the $80,000 back as yet. We had to pay back the corporation the $400,000 from our allocation, and we had to pay the outstanding funds to the Carnival Committee. So on Christmas Eve Day, I think it was, we were busy issuing checks. On our first drawdown, I'm seeing the PS scratching its head. I want you to understand why we are saying these things this evening, and why we feel the way we feel, and why we are in pain. And the ministry need to understand our disposition. And you heard the plea of the stakeholders here this evening. This is extremely bad, it's difficult, and it's hard for us because we are really playing catch up in San Fernando. We need to address these issues. It is not fair to us, because here it is that you have to budget and you're starting with a deficit. And we were able to pull this together. And I must thank the stakeholders, the interest group, for the patience and the understanding. I have had several meetings with them and say, listen, what do we do? How do we make this happen? We were able to get some assistance, and worse than that, as we all know, corporate Trinidad and Tobago send everything to Port of Spain. Nothing comes to San Fernando. Every corporate or senior or major organization from the major bodies send their dividend, whatever it is, and pay their contribution to the NCC or to Port of Spain. And we have some serious issues that we have to understand. For instance, the Port of Spain Carnival Committee, or whatever they're called, they have one competition, which is the downtown competition. That's all they have. All the other Port of Spain competitions are subsidized and sponsored by the NCC. So they have a downtown competition, which is held on Carnival Monday and Carnival Tuesday. In San Fernando, we have Calypso competition. We now have Soca Monarch competition. We have we have the Junior Carnival competition. We have Steel Band competitions, and all of that is sorted out, comes from that little budget that we have. So we really be between a rock and a hard place. So I hope that this evening, what the PS is hearing, be able to bring some light to our issues that will be addressed for 2015. I'll be making an appointment to meet with the NCC, and we're going to make a very comprehensive proposal based on what I'm hearing this evening, based on the recommendations made by Councillor Joseph, Pancho Bego, Toko, NCB, as the case may be, for you all to address. So I really crave your forbearance and your indulgence in addressing these issues. I want to personally thank the masqueraders for their patience. I think the people of San Fernando, the citizens, the Carnival Committee, and we as a new council owe you a debt of gratitude for what you have done for us. I want to thank you. We said tonight, we want to really celebrate, and I went on a limb outside to get some sponsors for tonight's get-together. So there's a very well-stocked bar in the back there, I must tell you. I am not sure if you could interfere with that bar. I don't want to send back anything, and there is some food across there. So we could continue this discussion after. The PS is not going to stay. He just promised he'll stay for another hour with us. And I will ask the stakeholders to engage him in some very serious conversation so he could really carry the message well. He seemed to be a thoughtful person. He's there and he's absorbing what we're saying. And most times when officials at that level, come into our functions, they hustle through the door after making the speech. But the fact that he's still here is a testimony and a demonstration of commitment. Right? I'm thanking him. So let us continue the program. And I have known Impulse for quite a while, and as somebody involved in the art form. But I heard Impulse at a function here recently, and I was amazed by his talent, that he's really, and a matter of fact, at his age, when he said how old he was, I was amazed. I couldn't believe it, that he should repeat that. And Impulse is 51 years old, I think. I know what he's doing, but we need to look at what he's eating or what he's drinking to look like him. But he's going to perform tonight. Don't leave. We will celebrate emancipation tonight with Impulse and whoever have their music with us. So let's continue this program and get us out of the way and get down to the most important part of the evening, enjoying ourselves. Thank you.
Very much, Mr. Regrello, for that insight into San Fernando Carnival Planning 2014. We now invite Mr. Clint Davies, Baby Blue, to entertain us.
Give all yourself a round of applause. Now, the reason why I am here is due to the fact in 2007, I entered a competition called TNT Idol, where you have to dress and perform like a local artist. And Wayne Modest, which is Impulse, and Michelle Mente is the cause of the birth of Baby Blue career. Give them a round of applause. So DJ, play my music with power. I need to entertain this beautiful audience. Start the music. Loud. Hey. We. Friday first. I have to big up Super first, because of Super, I turn Baby Blue. Hey. Loud. Loud. All the poor answer. Lord, I pray and I pray for a day like today, bright and shining, soca glory. Everyone with a plan and a smile on their face, Lordy Doddy, with every creed and race, Lord. Phenomenal, lovely atmosphere. Ooh, ooh, ah. If the Lord is our shepherd, who shall we fear? Aye, the party start. Sincere from your heart. I'm just here to say I love you. A voice of Baby Blue. Everybody, Friday, mash up the place. In front of the face. Red, white, and black. I'm back. The bounce is start. The bounce is start. The bounce is. It's start. It's start. Hallelujah. We. North stand say yeah. Wait. North stand going first. Right? North stand say yeah. Grandstand say oh yeah. I feel I did not grandstand. All right, grandstand Paul answer. Now this song called the Bong Start. So what you do so? DJ start the tune. Loud. A real boss come back. The real boss come back. Super is back. Watch me. Hand in the air. Hand in the air. Everybody. The Bong Start. Put it. The Bong Start. The Bong Start. I want to see rag and flag in the air. I want to see rag and flag in the air. I want to see rag and flag in the air. I want to see rag and flag in the air. Children start misbehaving. Super back for Carnival. Children, Sando, Toko. Something strange just happened this Carnival. Who are you? What's that is about happening? Super Blue is back again. Why? Marshall, sit down and take notes. You can't get no vote. Super wave for capside your boat. The result is more than 0. I was see the dogs and jump. And in the air, I was see the grandstand jumping up. I was see the people waking up. I was see the rock them shaking up. I have to use that top up. I come to tell them now. Super back in town. Tell them now. Super back. The king go back. The boss. And so jump up. Line up. Jump up. The bomb start. The bomb start. The bomb start. Somebody scream! Mass! Hand in the air! Rag in the air! Flag in the air! When the man arrive and come and check up the place, where you? Anytime he come in the dance, man I tell it, real pace! Play and bring back the man, my talent, increase the plan. I want everyone to understand. It's the return of Superman. I was see the guns are jumping up. I was see. Hand in the air. I come to tell them. Super back in town. Tell them. Somebody scream. Somebody scream. Everybody, the bong start. Mass. Rag in the air. Children. Hand in the air. Blow your whistle on. Wave. Hand in the air. Blow your whistle and wave. I love Sandu.
You know, for 2014, the council members sat and came up with an idea to have our own Soca Monarch competition. Because we felt that there are a lot of young people with talent who may want to make a contribution and may not have made it in Port of Spain to the National Soca Monarch and create an avenue for them. And this is an example of what we're talking about here. I mean, it is so encouraging. And it was a novel idea. We decided, well, how are we going to have a Soca Monarch preliminaries? And the committee, and I'm seeing some of the committee members here, when we started to talk, we had the preliminary in the amphitheater. One, I think it was a Tuesday or Monday evening with a small audience. But people like Small Blue, which I choose to call them, Small Blue, and the others came and performed, with a lot of heart and guts. So, and you're seeing it here, you're seeing the talent that's coming out there. So let us continue to encourage our young artists and encourage them and give them the opportunity, create an opportunity here for them to propel and move forward. Well done, young man. We want to call Councillor Rondell Donovan on stage to assist with the distribution of prizes.
Mr. Davies, your shades, I think you'll want it for your other performances. Competition. If it's a soca competition, please, competitors, start from now to prepare for soca. Some of you all came with traditional calypso and I found that was nice. If you don't know what soca is, Google it. And come with soca. And she'll have a real soca competition. You can't have half the preliminary singing soca and half singing traditional. Not because you're getting the unattached to the others, you'll come soca. Do work so. All right, so that was a little interest point for those who are thinking about entering soca 2015. Just let us have a nice soca competition. Soca. All right, so we go to Band of the Year, Parade of Bands, Tuesday. Small bands. Our second runner-up, Tribal Fantasy by Roger Muhammad Productions. Let me suggest something. If there's a little dribbly applause after everyone, keep all the applause for the end and let it be a real burst of applause. First runner-up, Jennings Mass Associates, East, West, North, and South. And here comes the Queen, Indira, Mother India. And the winner of the small band category 2014, Pan Mass Traditions, Michael Douglas and Alvin Maynard. Up, up, and away. I thought Alvin couldn't get up. You don't get up after 6 o'clock in the evening. For these two icons in San Fernando Mass. Be very small and then be medium. So what to do now? All right, we have Band of the Year Medium. Our second runner-up, Legal and Friends, led by Joan Goberdan. Paradisia, the Birds of Paradise. Our first runner-up, the Jammers International, Special Forces. And what a nice little band that was. It's growing every year. It was small, it was medium this year. Had a few more sections. So they looked at, that was your band. They asked me to be queen next year. Why Nigam laughing like that? I can't afford all in Nigam, so I had to go where. And the Band of the Year Medium, Southern Mass Associates, Michael Ramkissoon, a native shindig. haven't been here for the option. So we go to this. We go to this. And the councillor will stay on stage to present to the winners of the Tuesday Night Bomb Steel Band competition. In 6th place, Union Hall Southlanders, Fall Again. In 5th place, Southern Marine Steel Band Foundation, Equal Rights and Justice was their choice. In 4th place, Panasonic Connection. They played Lady in Red. Panasonic isn't here. 3rd was Old Tech, and they played Guantanamera. And they're not here either. In 2nd place, Skipper, and they also played Guantanamera. And the first place winners in the Tuesday Night Bomb competition, Sun City Steel Symphony. They played I Believe the Children Are of Future. Thank you very much, Councillor, and our Calypso Monarch. And let's hear it for our winners in the Band of the Year category. And we invite Mrs. Jo Newell Williams on stage to assist in the presentation of our big band prizes. And we start with the Masquerader of the Year, male. Our Masquerader of the Year, male, comes from the band Beats by Ivan Kalicharan. His portrayal, Sweet Soca and Chutney. Please, let's hear it for Marlon Rampasad. The Masquerader of the Year, female, Indira, Mother of India, from Jennings, Mathens Associates, East, West, North, South, Denisha Jennings. And we have the winners in the Band of the Year Lodge category. In 3rd position, Liner Jagasa and Associates, Smoke Signal. Hello, this Band of the Year Lodge. In 2nd place, Fireworks Promotion, Mysteries Beneath. So this is the representative from Fireworks Promotion. That's not, wait, let's check the trophy first. That's Second place in the Band of the Year Award. 2014 Large Band category, Beats by Ivan Klicheran and Masqueraders. So what you already did, you didn't get this trophy. We had this one and this one and this one. And we call our Calypso Monarch 2014, Mrs. Joniel Williams. We know you would love to present to your son. Rondell Donovo, our Calypso Monarch 2014. Yes, we can. And we call on our Soca Monarch 2014, first lean on the trophy. Just went to the back. Impulse. Mr. Wayne Modest. And this is our first Soca Monarch San Fernando Carnival, receiving his trophy from Mrs. Joniel Williams. Mrs. Joniel Williams and Impulse, yours a performance. Band leaders, have you started getting ready for 2015? You didn't get any incentive.
Night mass, I don't want to say competition, but night mass production and other aspects. So stakeholders, meet with us. We will, through your councillors, to start planning. We want to have a bumper city celebration this year. I know we had some problems in the past couple.
And the PS, give him a nice round of applause for being here. Now, the reason why I say I want to big up Ms. Joniel Williams, my wife had a dream, and the dream was TNT Idol, where the youth is concerned, and I decided to support her. And the show started to go from strength to strength, where we start without any sponsors, and we bring Ms. Joniel Williams to see the show. And when she see the show, she fall in love with the show, and she decided to help the show, mind the show, having the youths and them singing like a little Brigo, a little Shadow, a little singing Sandra, and they have to know history of them. And Ms. Joniel Williams helped mind the show. Give her another round of applause. But my regrets today, the show under. We cannot step up. Why? Because not of this guy here fault, but up to this day we cannot see the Minister of Culture to help us to bring up the youths, as we was always doing bringing up the youths, and we giving them free recordings and stuff in order to help them, because they cannot help themselves. Correct is right. So I, as Mr. Junior said, I glad for Mr. Sweet to be here so that he could carry the news, let us build our culture, and that is a start off, because we're dealing with the youths. So give him another round of applause for being here, staying here with us. Correct. Now, the song I'm going to do first is the song that I won the competition with. The name of the song is, sorry, Bandmena. So let me bring on my wife on stage. Bandmena, 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 Bandmena.
So we go wine, we go power, sing, is we best line, giving them trouble.
Come again, let me hear. Bandmena, 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 DJ,
Bandmena.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's part of it. Now, if I do the rest of that, fall and dead. What, born already? All right. I want to do this next song. It's a song, you know, I'm a culture man, and I love pan. So I want to do a pan tune. I hope you all enjoy it. The name of this pan tune is Two Notes. Whoever like all it to help me the chorus, because I have no chorusing, and you see my wife going, she tired. Give she a nice one applause, Silver. Yeah, then on the next CD. Real thing. Yellow. Music. Lyric. You know. I wanted to learn to beat pan like Shakespeare, Bunch and Exodus. The notes I could not understand, so to learn man it is a must. For the day I only learn 2 notes, and I learn it on the bass. Those 2 notes I get to love it, and it's mass all over the place. And I beating pum, pum all day, pum, pum. I beating pum, pum all night, pum, pum. When I start to beat pum, pum, so my goodness, I don't want to stop. I beating pum, 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 till I drop, and I beating pum, pum all day, pum, pum. Sing it, pum, pum all night, pum. Real thing. Hey, music. Well, this is my verse. I love this verse. Hear me now. Impulse all over the city, and I'm moving like I don't care. Those 2 notes it really please me, so we're playing pan everywhere. This young girl, she come to visit, so she joined in the bacchanal. And when I start to beat it, man, you swear it is carnival. And I beating pum, pum all day, pum, pum. I beating pum, pum all night, pum, pum. She said to beat a little faster, but it's good thing I train. I beat the pum, 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 pum. She must come again, and I beating pum, pum all day, pum, pum. Play the pan. I ain't hearing all you, man. Now hear this. I go do like my boy did. Grandstand and North Stand, alright? Alright? Grandstand and North Stand. I want to play some pan with me. It's only 2 notes. It's hard. I go to grandstand first. Let me hear you say. Pum, pum, Shout it out now. One more time. Grandstand, let me hear you. Hold on you. They try to teach me more notes I don't want to learn. I done in love with those 2 notes, and it put me in a nice zone that teach me the diminished, the minor, the major things I can't remember. With my spear stick in hand and 2 sponge ball and some extra rubber, I beating pum, pum all day, pum, pum. I beating pum, pum all night, pum. Mr. Regalo teach me pum, tung, pum, pum, pum. It was really something sweet, but those notes I never take on. Only pum, pum I want to beat, and I beat it. Love you. We are DJ. Thank you. DJ. Dayanko. Let me give you there. Hold on. Let me. Wait, bring it back from the top. Let me give them. Hey, music. Hey. Play. Hear me now. I wanted to learn to beat pan like Shakespeare, Bunch and Exodus. The notes I could not understand, so to learn man it is a must. For the day I only learn 2 notes, and I learn it on the bass. Those 2 notes I get to love it, and it's mass all over the place. And we beating pum, pum all day. Shout it out now. Come again. They teach me putung putung pung. It was really something sweet, but those notes I never take on. Only pum pum I want to beat, and I beat it. DJ. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Soldiers and things coming out to work. So I call this military state. Hey! Mark time! Forward march! Hey! Real thing! Yellow! Hear me now! Too much soldiers are getting horrors, plenty horrors. They say it have too much a crime. They tightening up, put soldiers on every corner. And every blocker in the bank are soldier. Pulling rank are soldier. NT and Tech are soldier. Hammy upset are soldier. The place they put soldiers. I find it unfair. Any move that I make are soldier everywhere in Parliament. As I went in an chair. Love you. Oh boy. Wait. Hold on. And I vote for them. Nah. Yeah, see the BSD, so I had to stay quiet. I can't talk nothing less than what I've seen. DJ, before I go on to that song, I want to do a song where I have called A Frightened to Live. I think it's number 2 track. Now this song is a song that I wrote to get in the final. I prepared for the final. I do prepare for semis. And when the judges them reach in the 10th, another pick for the semis, they drop asleep when I was singing. So they didn't get to pick me for the semis. So I will give all is my fans. And yeah, let me go. Hey, real thing. Yellow. Hear me now. I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. Yeah. I'm frightened to live. Where you? Lyrics. I'm frightened to live. Yeah, why? I build me a coffin. I make it my home. Because that is my only choice. This kind of life, I leave it alone. Because when I look around and I see man raping your own daughters mercilessly, man living with man, woman with woman. So how must I live? I can't understand. Look, I'm frightened to live. Where you? Sing after me. I'm frightened to live. Yeah. Hear this. A bandit in my face with a gun. Take my earnings and began to run. I'm in the station reporting what the bandit do. And was the same bandit I was reporting to. Look, I'm frightened to live. Where you? Hey, I'm frightened to live. Yeah. Hear me now. I'm frightened to live. Where you? Hey, I'm frightened to live. Yeah. Hear this. It is so obnoxious. When I look around, things I just hear and see, my God, how could I go on? Children killing children every day. Parents guiding their children to go astray. Tell me how those youths getting all those guns, and where in the world those guns coming from? You see, I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. Yeah. If in my ceiling they find coke and gun, is my whole family they carrying down. But if the police get caught with the same refrain, all they get is transfer to do crime again. You see, you're frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. Yeah. Hear me now. I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. Yeah. Music, play. I love this verse. This is my verse. Real thing. If a what child could die by the hands of a bandit, police may halfway search, they may never catch the culprit. But if Mr. Big Man child end up dead, they go in to paint the old damn tongue red, putting out all force and energy, finding the killer immediately. So how must I live? Where you? I'm frightened to live. Yeah. Hear what I do? I turn to church, feel that's the answer. Listening the priest preach on the altar while taking in the words of the Almighty. You know the priest pelting sweet eye at me. You see, I'm frightened to live. Where you? Alright. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Love all you. Now, I don't want to be disrespectful, but this is my last song. What I want is I had affair with one of them, and I come home and I started calling she name in my sleep. And my wife mashed me up. But the Nifat family is the biggest family in China. And I get myself involved with a Nifat. And they call she Sheena. Now hear this. Met this Chinese girl, she named is Sheena. She from the Nifat family in China. With Sheena, my friends, on my wife I cheat. My wife hear me calling Sheena name in my sleep. Sheena, Nifat, Sheena. Sheena, Nifat, Sheena. Real out this. Real. All I like no back. What's she name? What's she name? That's how you know why I stopped singing the two-note song? When I bought a beaten, pum pum, my man quite don't back boy eating. I said beaten. So I stopped singing this song. Yeah. Your tight tongue, your tongue is a virgin. Don't frighten. Hey, you know, listen, I love my wife too, but I don't give her another round of applause. And I have one of the best mother-in-law in the world. Her mother, one of the best. You see my mother-in-law before I didn't like she at all. You know why I didn't like she? Because she didn't like me. So she teach me how not to like she. So I learned how not to like she, and I decided not to like she better than she ain't liking me. And my wife birthday coming up, so I asked my wife, I said, darling, not this one or the one before. I said, darling, what you want for your birthday? She said she want to go to Jerusalem. I said, no problem. I buy 2 tickets for me and she to go to Jerusalem. A week after, she called me. She said, Impulse, I want mommy to go too. Well, I get vexed because your mother don't like me and me like she. What are we together for? She said, I don't care, mommy have to go. Well, I went and buy 3 tickets and we went to Jerusalem. But when we reached up there, she taken and she dead. And the man who have we up there decided to bury she up there. I said, no, send she back Trinidad. He said, you have to be a stupid man, it's cheaper to bury she up here. I said, send she back Trinidad. He said, why is 50% off? I said, send she back Trinidad. He said, why? I said, because when Jesus Christ died and they buried him in Jerusalem, 3 days after he raised, send she back. Correct is right? Say correct is right. Let me sing Mr. Junior Regalo song. Now, Dill is a brother I have who decided to drink poison because he tell himself his wife horning him. And I know his wife not horning him. So all you can tell me after this verse, what it is she doing? She may be doing something wrong, but I know she horning him. Tell me. Listen to me. My brother Dill going through stress. My brother Dill, he in a mess. He says, wife change and acting funny. Impulse boy, I know she cheating on me. Dill by poison going to kill himself. He say he sure his wife have someone else. I said, Dill don't do that. Dill don't do that. I'm begging you, please. Dill don't do that. I said, Dill, love all ya.
That is not my song. I don't know nothing about that. I think we have evening and we have some drinks right after. Let me just take the opportunity to personally thank you all and ask Councillor Sherry Ali from the electoral district of the 4 East Sapero to come and do the vote of thanks. One of the dynamic members of I call it Dream Team, Sanford City Council.
Good evening all, and thank you to my Deputy Mayor for that warm introduction. All protocols observed, of course it is late in the night, and I have to confess first of all before I get into my vote of thanks, I was asked to do this vote of thanks impromptu because as you would notice on your schedule, Councillor Paris was originally slated to do this. I don't know much about Carnival. So it was a little bit of an unusual predicament for me to be stuck in. But I do know about being a Southerner and about being a Trinidadian. And it's on that purview I feel privileged to stand before the people who have grasped the culture that they are born into and was God's gift to them and has made more out of it. Because life is not a spectator sport. You people out there that has made Carnival what it is today and continues to work so hard to do so has gotten out and played the sport that life is. You've gotten out and done something. And I, as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and as a Southerner, I thank you for that primarily. Thanks then goes on to, of course, the warm and heartful address that was given by my fellow councillor, Mr. Naigam Joseph, the chairman for Tuku, Pascal, Mr. Michael Scobie, the NCBA and Sol Matthews, Mr. Morris Sweet, the PS. Thank you for not only coming back, as I see that you did pick up your lovely daughter, but thank you for staying here with us. Thank you for listening. And I do hope that your presence is an indication that our pleas will not fall on deaf ears. We are the backbone of this country, and our government needs to realize that. The current government, or no political plight here, but the government yet to come. Thanks to, of course, the convener, the Deputy Mayor and Alderman, Junior Rogello. But most importantly, I want to take a moment, as the youth is what is of the most importance to this country and to the citizens, and thank the youths, 3 in particular, who have given of their time and efforts and willingness unselfishly to help. I'm sorry if I messed that word up, it is late in the evening. 3 young people, Adele Cicheran, Chanel Haddad, and Nicholas Regrello, thank you. And may your inclusion in this process spark a fire that wants you to do this, like the more mature ones around us want to do this perseveringly and passionately for the endurance of their lives. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for staying. And I hope you continue to stay and enjoy us with, of course, the libations that were indicated that we are in charge of, and have a pleasant evening.